Château Rouget with Edouard Labruyère, having just tasted the 2017 Rouget, which was wonderful and rich, quite rich, quite dense, quite tight, and but showing very well. So Edouard, a few questions for you. Why do you think customers should buy the 2017 vintage en Primeur and your wine in particularly?
First of all, thanks for coming. I think that 2017 deserves an en Primeur campaign for two main reasons. The first one is that people will rediscover what a classic Bordeaux is after two fantastic vintages that are 15 and 16, but so powerful and so dense that with more traits, more DNA, more backbone when it's young, I think people will love it younger than the 15 and the 16. The ability to age of the 17 there is no question about that, and I think that people will be very surprised, and hopefully, and I pray for that, the price of the 17 will be subsequently cheaper than the 16, and I think that it will be a good reason. The en Primeur, you know that I'm in Burgundy, in Champagne, in Beaujolais, and in Bordeaux, and Bordeaux has a fantastic tool with this en Primeur campaign, and we don't have to break that tool. And making sure that there is a legitimacy for people to buying en Primeur, make sure that the price will be better now than it will be after the bottling. And I strongly believe that if you put the good price, considering that there is basically overall Bordeaux less quantity than in 16, could be a significant markup in terms of pricing after. So if my neighbors, other property owners will make the good price, I think people will have a good deal.
Yeah, and I wholeheartedly agree on day 5 of our tastings, and the wines do appear that they will be charming earlier, but that they will age. So it's a different vintage. I think everyone likes to think vintages are either great vintages that you have to keep for ages, or they're lesser vintages that you need to drink early. And I think this is not. It doesn't fit into that category.
Not at all.
And how did you feel 2016 went overall? Were you happy with sales and the market?
Well, I think that the 2016 is the kind of vintage that you can see 1 or 2 times in a lifetime.
Okay.
So, in terms of quality of the tannins, of the density of the wine, of the strictness of the everything, has the good points. And basically 16, everything flew up. And both the US, the Asian, in the UK, and even in France, it's the first time for Rouget. It's the first time that we have seen so many French wine merchants coming to Rouget to buy some 2016 because they say, "Wow, that's even more impressive than the 2010." Okay. So 16, it's a dream vintage.
And Bordeaux generally, do you think is starting to appeal to a younger drinker again? Because it maybe after the amazing 9 and 10 vintages, there was a lull and a backlash. It feels to us that people, and certainly from what we see on the secondary market as well, that people are coming back to Bordeaux.
I strongly believe so, for some different reasons. The first one is because of Burgundy, and I'm part of it.
Yeah.
The price of Burgundy wines are, in some extent, going completely crazy, and so people say that at last Bordeaux starts to be a good deal.
Yeah.
And then we have a new generation that is not taking care not only of the label, and they take care of the quality, the real quality of the wine. And I believe that Bordeaux has made wine not only for wine critics or for specific reasons. Every property in Bordeaux tried to reach its own characteristic, its own DNA, and that's exactly what people are looking for. They're not looking for whatever you can call it, a Porker, a Roland, or 100% New Oak, or whatever. They try to find a good terroir. Yeah. And Bordeaux is re-enhancing the terroir, what was lost by the critics, journalism, writing.
By style taking over.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think it's been interesting as a vintage to taste, and you can see the differences, and Rouget is that little bit different for reasons we will explain in our offer when it comes out. But Edouard, as ever, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Will.